You were talking about Pokemon a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's maybe in 2016, it was huge. 2016 and 2017, Pokemon was everywhere.
The only thing in my mind that's weaker than the game
was
her comment.
Hillary Clinton joke. Hillary Clinton was in front of a big crowd leading up to the election, and she was talking about Pokemon and made this joke.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Mrs. Clinton, audiences respond when you use cultural references.
We believe that.
How is that?
Oh, I think they begged her before she went out on stage and did that. Madam Secretary, don't say it. It's not funny. I'm going to say it. Please don't say it.
She put it back in the prompter.
Please don't say
what?
it.
It's back in the prompter. I can't get it out.
I beg you, please don't say it, ma'am. Please don't. Sounds good to me.
She figured out a way to shove it back in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
She's reading off the paper. She's reading off the paper.
We believe that was the beginning of the end of Mrs. Clinton.
Yeah.
Really, the last you heard of her.
Like they'd rather have people bring in, vote Trump signs than a picture of Pikachu because that'll trigger the Pokemon Go joke.
Yes.
That scene's straight out of Veep.
Oh, my God.
It kind of does.
I mean, it really is.
I mean,
what do the kids call it? Cringe?
Yes.
Cringeworthy. That is
cringe-worthy.
My son does that all the time. Sometimes I'll tell a joke and he'll go, cringy. He does.
Could you imagine some 30, 35-year-old aide? Please don't say it, ma'am. Please don't say that.
I'm telling you.
I'm saying it.
I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten off a good one-liner at dinner and
A
he'll
zinger.
go, cringy. It really hurts. But this woman's got timing.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
You see.
If she doesn't win after that, it just wasn't meant to be, right?
That's slam dunk.
Well, I gave it my best shot. Oh, Christ.
All the 30-something aides off in the wings.
Preparing their resumes.
Here come the tweets. Here come the tweets. Oh, my God, they're tweeting.
We're done.
That's it.
Getting the resume together.
There's a new poll out.
Is Joe Biden available? Is there
Yeah.
any? Is there
We're
anyone?
below Ben Carson.
Can I get?
Yep. Well, I guess I can be a lobbyist in D.C.
Really hitched to the wrong wagon here.
It happens.
Oh my
Let's go
God.
live at home with my mom.
Yeah, that's a watershed moment.
What was? And Bill Clinton was so great at speaking to a crowd, and she was so terrible. I mean, just awful.
I hadn't seen this. I don't think I ever saw it before, but sometime Saturday Night Live on Saturdays will run an old episode, a condensed episode at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Eastern.
Leading into
Well,
the
they do
news
the local news, and then
yeah.
they do the live show. Well, this past Saturday, they had one on with David Allen Greer from 1995. I like David Allen Greer. I mean, he was still in living color then.
Man, from 95.
95.
The year B.B. Shea
when I
graduated
graduated
from
college.
college.
That's right.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
learned that.
Okay, yeah.
And so on Weekend Update, Norm Macdonald a young Norm Macdonald was doing Weekend Update, and he brought out their film critic to review The American President. The reviewer was Bill Clinton.
It was the real Bill Clinton?
No,
Okay.
It was the guy in character.
Okay,
Bill Clinton.
yeah,
He said, "It's a story of an American president raising a daughter whose wife dies." I love this movie. It was so dumb. I mean, it was a one joke bit.
Cringy.
And Norm was like, "What was your favorite part?" "The dead wife." So Norm asked him, "Would it be possible, with all the paparazzi, back then the paparazzi and the press, be able to sneak a woman into the White House like that?" "What have you heard?"
That's a great.
It was brilliant.
Oh, Dave and I love that movie. I love
10
that.
out of 10.
He's right.
That Daryl Hammond?
It was
Oh, yeah.
a young Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Yesterday, I told you my wife, she loves true crime. She loves true crime. And in fact, yesterday she was able to get into a bond hearing for the Alex Murdaugh murder case. And she told me, "I've got a bond hearing at 12:30. Which I said, what? What do you mean? She goes, yeah, I'm zooming into a bond hearing for Alex Murdaugh, who's accused of murder, multiple murders in South Carolina. And sure enough, she showed me her computer, and there was her little face with 20 others up on Zoom, and the judge, and him, and Murdaugh.
So it's like being in the gallery, or what do they call it?
Yes, that's what. Yes, she said, I got a password and a back door in, and she's in.
So the other than the people who had to be there, they were just other citizens?
Just her. Just my wife.
She was the only one who didn't belong?
That's right. Everybody else was either a prosecutor or
bailiff, this, that.
Exactly. And then there's her face there and she's got a bond hearing.
Oh, no.
So she's on that. So then this what reminded me of it was the Clinton joke that he told in 1995. Chris Demm had mentioned to me. He knows my wife loves true crime, and so he said, "Have you heard about this supermarket? It's the shopping cart killer. Do you know about this?"
I've read the headlines. I don't know many of the details.
There's a guy on the loose called I don't even know where it is, the shopping cart killer, who apparently has killed people and left their bodies in shopping carts, strewn around, like a serial killer.
Yeah. So
I said to my wife, have you heard of the shopping cart killer? No, I was going to recommend it to her. And she said no. And I said, well, he is killing people and leaving their bodies in shopping carts. And right at that time, I realized we needed some things. So I said, and would you mind stopping by Walmart?
Picking up a couple.
I mean, she's doing the shopping.
Groceries, yeah.
So I said, by the way, could you pick up...
And some shampoo.
And my son says, cringy.
Pipe down, boy.
Maybe you could get...
Does your wife think that is not a good enough name for a serial killer?
First, she had heard of it. I had read just a headline about it. I don't even know where it is or anything, but I don't even... I mean, it's grisly.
Like Boston Strangler.
Goodness.
That may be the best all time.
Yeah.
What is the one? I like the
Night Stalker.
Night Stalkers. Great.
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. All time.
Old school.
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I mean, you
name.
get it all right there. You know what they do.
Hillside Strangler.
Not bad.
Strong.
I always like
real
that
strong.
Yeah. The Hillside
Zodiac is great.
Zodiac's good.
Great. Love the Zodiac.
We got to come up with a name for you, Kelly.
Oh. Well, I'm not a killer.
No, but if you were.
If I was, what would
if you lived your life the way you lived it today, but you did a little murder on the side.
Yeah.
What would we call you?
I don't know.
Ooh, the pickle killer.
The pickler.
Yeah.
The pickler.
The pickle killer.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Kill him with the racket.
Yeah.
And they put their bodies in brine.
Yeah.
He pickled them and then pickled them.
I go out and play.
You get him with the paddle first.
That's exactly right.
I thought he was a normal guy.
Yeah, you'd come out and play every Thursday night. I don't understand.
I thought I just saw the headline the other day. I think I may have forwarded this to you too, Kelly, about that. I can't remember his name, but he was the bind, torture, kill guy. BTK, which I mean, bind, torture, kill.
Do you know?
They could have done better.
Yeah.
I'll see what this is about. Again, my wife's love of true crime. He was on his killing spree about the time my son was born. Well, my son's name is Bennett Ross, okay? So his initials are BRK. We were going to name him Bennett Tyler, but instead of that, because his initials would have been BTK, my wife said, we can't do that. And
He'll be forever branded.
I said, she said he'll be always known as BTK, and everybody will assume he's that serial killer. And I said, I don't think this serial killer is going to have the legs. I don't think people would hear
The
his
name
initials.
didn't quite resonate.
I didn't think so.
I've never heard of BTK until you just mentioned it.
No, until right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. It wasn't the same. It's not a Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, the headline I read this week was this guy said that he basically considers himself, like Chris Kelly, a nice guy who made some bad choices. Binding, the torturing, the killing.
Oh, well.
I mean, the binding's bad enough, but then...
A little bondage, Dave will tell you, is okay.
Well, in the right hands. BTK sounds like it's a Burger King killer.
Exactly. Thank you.
It doesn't strike fear.
Yeah, they're going to murder you and then give you a chicken sandwich.
Agree 100%.
I was going through a guy's grocery store the other day, and at the magazine stand, a lot of them are just specialty magazines, like Life magazine with Fleetwood Mac on the cover, or Life magazine with Jackie Kennedy on the cover. Well, one was like cult. It was like, I didn't even look at the title, but it was cult something or other, and I thought, well, there's only one cover boy for that, and it was Manson.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm glad he got the cover.
The best.
And, when it comes to cults,
of course. Yeah. I mean, he's the all-time.
Yeah.
The all-time.
He set
leader.
the bar pretty high.
There's a new chicken sandwich today, Dave, at Arby's. You were talking about chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
At Arby's, it's called the Diablo Dare. And it is so. I know you like a Diablo. I
You
think
love
you love a
Diablo.
double Diablo.
Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Pairs well with it.
This is so spicy. And this is a great marketing campaign to me. It comes with diced jalapenos, ghost pepper jack cheese, Diablo barbecue sauce, and a spicy seasoning, and a Diablo bun. And they give
The
you
bun's Diablo.
The bun is Diablo. Chipotle pepper flakes, all of this. And it comes with a free milkshake. It's so spicy they give
You'll
you.
need it.
And I thought that's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Brilliant.
And that's going to come back on you about 12 hours later.
I'm saying, that's
Is that-
Arby's.
I know, Kelly, you said your son likes really, really hot stuff. Would he go try that?
He might try that. Yeah, limited time at all Arby's through now for the next 3 weeks. You can get that. And I know you like a Diablo.
I do. That might be over the top for me. I mean,
wouldn't.
with the bread being hot and all.
There's a new chicken and pickles opening near my house today.
Oh, is today the day? The ribbon cutting?
It's here.
It's here now.
Are you going to go?
Well,
You
I
gonna
wish
stop?
I should have camped out. You know, the first 100 people or something get
They
chicken.
still do that with each new opening.
That was my understanding for a long time. Is the first 100 people get like chicken for life, but I would have to be
I
late.
thought it was a year.
Maybe it is.
Life.
Well,
From a chicken for life. Oh God.
Did they all migrate
Get the
over?
manager.
They all migrate over from across the street, or
there was one across the street.
is it closing?
They built.
You should have hired a TaskRabbit to hold your place.
I should have.
Yeah.
but he's at home sick.
Or is he?
He doesn't feel. Or is he? Where exactly
He better
is
not be in line.
He better not be.
Need one of those little apple chips on him. What do you call it? The little
tag.
apple
You
tag.
dare. That's Biggie we're talking about.
He's out by your place.
Had a P1 Lucas, this is about food, who says one day on your show last year, Biggie said that when he was working pizza, several people would order the pizza uncut. And I thought, what kind of weirdo orders an uncut pizza? Recently, a coworker told me he does this. He says if he cuts it into slices when he gets home, it's so much better. It stays crispy. The cheese doesn't meld together so that one cheese will slide onto the other slice, and it's perfect. Now I do it every time, and it's absolutely right. I have to thank Biggie. I'm always in control now of my own pizza.
This is what you call a life hack, right?
Yeah, I
You
guess
know what
so.
they call them online.
That's Lucas. Lucas says, please thank Biggie for me. Yeah, that's a life hack. You slice it up when you get home, and then it's a lot better. He says the grease doesn't get into the bottom of the pizza. You know, like
I think I told you about this. I've never tried it. I mean, I guess it might be worth a shot. But we went to a place in Virginia a couple years back called Billy Pie. Excellent pizza. Little place. It's about the size of this room.
Right.
And they bring the pizza to your table uncut. Then they give you this pair of like industrial scissors.
Yeah, you did say
You
that.
cut it with like a scissor knife
Instead of the roller.
instead of a roller,
And it
or
worked.
a chopper.
You liked it.
One of the best pizzas I've had.
What?
Terrific.
Lucas says changed his life. And he also he picks it up now. He doesn't have it delivered because he doesn't trust it in anyone else's hands. He only goes to pick it up.
It's less convenient,
It is.
Lucas.
Then he
which
gets
is
it.
what Big is all about.
Well, yeah,
Convenience.
Biggie wouldn't do that. But he takes it right out of the oven, takes it home, slices it himself, and he says it's perfect every time. And then the cheese doesn't stretch, and
I guess.
grab one
That
from
might
the other.
work.
I mean,
I wouldn't go to the trouble, but
No, it's a lot.
I want it sliced.
I'm pizzaing this weekend. My boys are coming over. For,
Is pizza going to be one of the days in there?
yeah, I'm going to have to. It's Saturday night.
I mean, how you can't have the fellas over for football, wild cards, and not have pizza.
Sleepover.
You can have cold cuts out, charcuterie.
I'm not.
Aren't these the guys that you have to order 3 slices mushroom and 3 slices green pepper and 3 slices nothing?
Do you know about this, BB?
Yes. Yeah. That's so annoying.
Bunch of old women.
The pizza
playing,
divas.
Playing canasta.
One guy. Okay.
It's not canasta, it's whist.
It's indoor pickleball for old folks.
One guy doesn't like green pepper. I'm not going to give names, okay? But one doesn't like green pepper and one doesn't like mushroom. So I have to order half a pizza with everything except green pepper and the other half with everything except mushrooms. And it becomes...
It's the best way to get something screwed up.
I told you about the one time I called it in and the guy answered the phone and I said it this way. And he goes, oh, he ain't going to like that. That was literally his answer. I explained the whole thing to him. He goes,
Who's not going to like
he
that?
ain't gonna like that. And I said, well, can it be done? He put me on hold and he came back and he said, no, you're going to have to. So we had to go somewhere else. So he literally could not make that pizza. It confused him so much.
Oh, yeah.
This is food related as well. Could this happen to you? A woman in England was shopping at Aldi. So already, no, it could not happen to Chris Dib's out. Do you think this could happen to you? She's in the Aldi parking lot. No.
I've driven through an Aldi parking lot.
And didn't know it.
Chris Demm
I
tried
had
to
to pay a quarter to get out.
That's right. I shop at Aldi.
I know.
You know that. He tried to buy me a gift card for Aldi one time. They said, we're not going to. No.
Gift
card?
You
No.
ain't gonna like that.
He said
That's exactly what they said, BBJ.
He said it was like a scene out of The Walking Dead. Where they were all just... It was
Never seen anything like it.
For Christmas, he was going to buy me a $25 Aldi gift card.
Because you had just discovered it. You loved it.
I love it. And the quarter is so brilliant. You know, you have to pay a quarter for your shopping cart. And then when you put it back, you get your quarter back.
I assume that they've adapted to the paperless world. Oh. Or is it plastic now? Can you swipe a card for 25 cents?
I don't think so. I think
It's still a hard
still a
quarter.
quarter.
Do they have
Point.
bags there?
No.
No bags.
No. Do you shop at Aldi?
Yes, I do.
Terrific.
I don't mind it, but it's the no bags is kind of inconvenient.
Yeah. You need to take your own bags, or they'll give you a.
You have to pay. I had to pay for them the last time I went.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to buy. If you don't have anything, you have to buy.
Like
some
canvas
bags.
or plastic?
They were like plastic,
Heavy duty
ish,
plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll have a box they'll let you use. But if you're in there without a bag, you're like, oh man. And then you got to bag it yourself. They put it back in your buggy. You got to take it over to like. And it's really like this industrial table where everybody puts their
Yeah, everybody's there at the same time.
and we're all bagging it.
Yeah.
The killing floors.
Well, they also only take debit cards. So if you have a credit card, they won't take it. It has to be debit. Like
Are you
mine.
serious?
Yeah, mine only takes a debit.
Yeah.
That's right.
When you go shop there, do they make you work for an hour before you can shop?
Well, that's how you keep the prices.
Come in, do your hour.
That's how you find the prices are low, and the brands of product you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Great.
Ever, which is great. I mean, it's really, but it's good stuff.
You like Libby's beans? These are lobbies.
That's right. That's right.
It's like goldfish. It's gold dolphins.
You're right. And when you get out, but you've paid half of what you pay, even at like a Walmart. Well, a woman in England was she was shopping at Aldi, and she accidentally put her groceries in the wrong car. It was the same model as hers, and it was unlocked. So she put her groceries in the back seat of the car, and then she took her buggy back to the front of Aldi, which is what you have to do. Then she walked back to her car correctly, drove it home, and when she got home, was getting ready to unload the groceries and thought somebody had stolen her
the
groceries.
groceries.
But she had inadvertently stolen a car and thought somebody had stolen the groceries. So she didn't know what had happened. So she called back to the Aldi, and there was a woman there who
Was putting her groceries away.
put her
But they were already groceries
they were
in the
already
car.
groceries in her car, and they were able to switch it back and get her groceries back to her.
It's crazy, man.
Isn't that? Can you imagine doing something like that? Nobody leaves their car unlocked anymore like that. I don't think in the park. I do. The only way that would happen to me is if there was a 1998 Acura parked near mine. You know, because mine would be unlocked. And she literally drove the right car home, but put her groceries in the wrong car. Took her 2 hours to figure it out.
I have pulled. I pulled the handle on the wrong car
cars
before.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I've walked up to a car that looks a lot like mine.
Yep.
That's parked close to where I parked it.
Yeah.
And, it's like, wait a minute. I almost touched it.
I know. It's close. I think, in fact, one time I sat in a minivan that was like exact. But then I looked, and I was literally in the driver's seat. But
It was clean?
Yeah.
It smells nice. It doesn't smell like urine.
It's not my car.